Hey everybody, hope you're doing good. Our reaction today is from our People's Choice series over on Patreon. It's a series where we react to 3 or 4, sometimes 5 tracks chosen by our patrons every single week. If you're interested, you can head over there. We have a link in our description. Rakim. Oh, okay.
The suggestion says to listen to the intro track, which is just 12 seconds, which brings us into the track that we're actually listening to, because it's off of this album from 1996 called The 18th Letter.
1996?
Yeah.
Wow. Because I think what we've heard from Rakim, at least me, has been from the 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. 1996.
What are you giving them back?
I think what I'm giving them back, man, is what they've been waiting for, you know what I mean? Skills.
What? Yo, just when things seem the same and the whole scene is lame, I come and reign with the unexplained for the brains. So things change, they strain the sling. I'm trained to bring game. History that I arrange, been regained by King James. Go to practice with tactics when the track hits theatrics. Women that look like actors, the status of Cleopatra's. Stacks of mathematics to feed your Asiatics as I find out what the facts is for geographics. No time to shit moles with hostess. Never mind what the total gross is. I rip shows, stay focused, and split cheese with soldiers. While you hit trees and coasts, I spit flows to be ferocious. And with these explosives, I split seeds for Moses. Shine permanently, only my mind's concerning me. Fire burns in me eternally, times eternity. Followers turn on me, or be in a mental infirmary. Determinedly advanced technology better than Germany. Since the first days you know her, to the last days is over. I was always the flower, I made waves for Noah. From a compound to the anatomy, to the breakdown of an atom. Some of my rap patterns still surround Saturn. From the ancient hieroglyphics to graffiti painted pictures. I study, I know the scriptures, but nowadays ain't ambitious. Day back I go beyond, check the Holy Quran to speeches at the Autobahn. Now we get our party on, so being beneficent, I bless them with dialogue. Stay expecting the next testament by the God. I roam through battle zones with chrome for chaperone. Blast beats with saxophones, one of the baddest rappers known. Every country, city, and borough, side street and ghetto, Allen Alley and metal theories thorough enough to echo. When it was one mass of land, with one national man, and the whole mass was ran under one master plan. Since the world's metamorphosis and the planets kept in orbit, turntables we spin awkward, but needles never skip off it. Rhythms we express are similar to our ancestors. It'll answer your questions if you understand the message. From the days of slave choppers to the new age of prophets.
I'm messing with it.
Hip-hop is, I'm always ready to drop it. From the mind, which is one of Allah's best designs, and minds that stand the test of time. When I rhyme, the 18th letter, the prophecy professor. I stay clever, long as the planets stay together. Bring a praise from Mecca, make a phrase for the better. And new days to remember, always and forever. The 18th letter, the prophecy professor. I stay clever, long as the planets stay together. Bring a praise from Mecca, make a phrase for the better. And new days to remember, always and forever. The R, baby.
Shoot. I'm shocked.
Really?
Yeah.
I love this beat.
Yeah, it's great. The percussion there? Wow.
I love how it sort of halts.
I love the slappiness of that percussion.
Yeah.
In this part. I said I'm shocked. You know why? Because one of the first rap songs we listened to on the channel, well, pretty early, was a Rakim. Which one was that?
So was Paid in Full.
Yeah,
I Ain't No Joke.
Yeah,
yeah.
And those are really good tracks. They sound so dated now.
Yeah.
Not to give him his dues. I mean, you know, his rapping was great for that era.
Yeah.
Because those were from the 80s.
87. 88,
yeah. So this is 96. But I mean, the rapping is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like
it's gotten better.
He's advanced so much in a pretty short time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's really cool to see, what's really cool, Kai, is to see a rapper who was innovative for his day, but whose initial sound is, like I said, kind of, you know, it's of the 80s.
Yeah.
So to have a guy who born and raised on that super early rap, because he would have been listening to stuff, you know, in the early 80s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Late 70s, early 80s as a young person.
Yeah.
But to see him evolve, you'd think he might have been stuck in his ways.
Yeah, he totally could be.
Right?
I think many of them sort of were.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get that same vibe from this? That he was...
Well, I've known his music
yeah.
before. I heard this before I heard
Oh, you're kidding.
those earlier tracks.
Oh, right.
So it doesn't really have the same sort of impact to me.
Yeah.
But just not listening to him for a while after those reactions that we did, I definitely can understand why.
Yeah.
And I think what he's kept between those two periods is that he just has a presence on the mic where he's like
Yeah, he does.
he knows exactly what he's doing, and he's so confident and so precise with each word and each syllable, each rhyme, that you feel like he's a vet at this thing.
Yeah, you get that MC feeling from him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he controls
the room, he controls the arena or whatever, right?
Yeah, and he just slices with his words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, that was fantastic.
And the beat was just awesome.
The beat was great, man. Yeah, I wonder who's responsible for the beat.
Yeah. Maybe I can check here.
It had that thing going on that is very much of its era, that repetitive sample. They kept repeating. I know back in those days, you get a lot of rap tracks that have a short, brief kind of repeating thing like that.
Yeah, so like,
you know?
Yeah, it's just
I don't know what you call it.
Well, it just repeats every bar. Pretty much, right?
Yeah, every bar.
Almost all the instruments are repeated. The drum pattern does change,
It
but
did.
in terms of the main instruments, it stays the same. The
Yeah.
only thing that changed every 4 bars was that awesome, like, I can't imitate it, but that in the background. You know what I mean?
The vocals.
Yeah, the vocals
Yeah.
that came in, right? Because of course there was the that was every single bar.
Yeah.
But then there was that more intense one that sort of signaled that that's the end of end of like the rhyme scheme.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This one was produced by Father Shah, who I haven't heard of before.
Mm-hmm. Father Shah. I'm really glad that someone suggested this. Thank you. Otherwise, I think I might have my impression of him would have been stuck in the 80s.
Right. Yeah.
And I might not have, on my own volition, just gone and listened to more Rakim. Right. But now I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He, this one, he really showcases his flow that he evolved from his previous stuff that we checked out earlier.
Yeah.
That's still clearly old school, and it might not even be as advanced as some of the things that the newer guys were doing, like around 96. You know, whether it be like your Biggies and stuff like that, right? Because they're younger. But he's evolved his flow where I think his penmanship is even better.
Yeah.
And, his technicality is even better, while sticking to something that is like instantly great.
Yeah.
You know,
we're going to have to go back on our own, I guess, and look at the lyrics, because I know it was a song of consequence, right?
Yeah.
Of significance, I should say, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want to check out just...
Yeah, we can just look through. We can see what sort of language he likes to use, or at least see how he phrases things. Here he's doing like
practice with tactics when the track hits theatrics.
Yeah. Yeah,
so the rhyme hits like every
rhyme.
Single
That's fantastic.
Every single quarter note of the bar, right? Go to practice. The track hits theatrics.
Yeah.
Practice with tactics when the track hits theatrics. Women that look like actors, the status of Cleopatra. Stacks of mathematics to feed your Asiatics. As I find out what the facts is for geographics. No time to sip moles with hostess. Never mind what the total gross is. I rip shows, stay focused, and split cheese with soldiers.
So you can see here how when he did that bar with the practice tactics when the track hits theatrics, like he's filling in 4 of the same rhyme there.
Yep.
But then later on, I think especially with these old school rappers like Rakim, they like to do the rhymes on places within the bar that are easy to like accept as a listener. Like you can just hear them because they match the beat so well.
Yes.
Rather than an Eminem that will obviously make it so it matches the beat and rhythm of the music somehow, but he'll do it more subliminally so you don't notice it. For Rakim, he wants you to like notice the rhyme.
Yeah.
Rip shows, stay focused, and split cheese with soldiers.
Like even with the way I rip shows, stay focused, and then don't right?
Yeah, that's right. He
puts that
emphasizes whatever is rhyming, he emphasizes.
Yeah.
And Eminem might not necessarily emphasize it.
Yeah, not as much. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also just like it's more simple. Like he'll break up the bar into halves and work with the half and the half. But Eminem might just use the whole bar and just sort of write all over it in a variety of ways, which is different.
With these explosives, I split seeds for Moses. Shine permanently, only my mind's concerning me. Fire burns in me eternally, time's eternity.
That's so cool how he did that there.
Shine permanently, only my mind's concerning me. Fire burns in me eternally, time's eternity.
So there's the permanently concerning me rhyme, straightforward. But then he switches it up here in a certain way where he stretches the fire burns in me eternally. Like he, where permanently here is earlier in the lyric, that rhyme is then later. So the gap between the two rhymes is smaller.
Let me read that.
You-
Shine permanently, only my mind's concerning me. Fire burns in me eternally. Oh yeah, it does come later. Time's eternity. And then the next
Time's
line
eternity.
comes. Yeah, and then the eternity of time's eternity comes real soon after the eternally.
Yeah.
Shine permanently, only my mind's concerning me. Fire burns in me eternally, time's eternity. Followers turn on me.
Yeah.
And even there, that's so cool how he introduces the fire burns. So like he introduced the rhyme while still keeping the two from before with burns, because then he goes to turn.
He dropped the others, but he keeps the burn there.
Yeah.
Keeps the
permanently, only my mind's concerning me. Fire burns in me eternally, time's eternity. Followers turn on me. I'll be in a mental infirmary. Determinedly advanced technology better than Germany.
And then the infirmary next bar starts with determinedly.
Yeah.
Determinedly.
So there he fits it right in the beginning.
Yeah.
So like
he's doing shit here.
Yeah, so like
Really
he'll do
is.
like multisyllabic rhymes here.
Yeah.
He somehow makes mental infirmary and better than Germany sound like they should go
Followers
together, you know
turn
what I
on
mean?
me. I'll be
And
in
listen
a
to the way
mental
that he
infirmary.
runs through better than
Determinedly
Germany. so
advanced
quickly.
technology better than Germany.
Better
Since
than
the first
Germany.
days, you know
Better than
her. To the last days is over. I was always the flower. I made waves for Noah. From a compound to the anatomy to the breakdown of an
he's
atom. Some of my rap
so
patterns
smooth.
still surround status. From the ancient hieroglyphics to graffiti painted pictures. I study, I know the scriptures, but nowadays
smooth.
ain't ambitious. They back, I go beyond. Check the Holy Quran to speeches at the Autobahn. Now we get our party on. So being beneficent, I bless them with dialogue. Stay expecting the next testament. By the God, I roam through.
Yeah.
He's a pro.
Yeah, he is a pro,
Yeah.
man. Jeez.
He reminds me of the same his delivery and also the way he commands the beat is similar to like a J Electronica for me, or even like a Nas.
Oh,
And just
really?
how
Yeah.
clearly they know hip hop
Mm.
and it shows, you know.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they're a student of this thing.
I get the Nas thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wow,
Rakim,
fantastic.
good rapper.
Yeah.
Very good rapper. This one's a great track. I've never looked at the lyrics for this one before. I've heard it a little bit, but
Yeah. I like there's one line just caught my eye now at the very bottom of the screen. Turntables we spin off, but the needles
never skip off it.
never skip off.
Tables we spin awkward, but needles never skip off it.
I
Rhythms
just
we
like
And,
that.
and then you hear the
So visual.
turntable too.
Oh, let me
sound.
hear that.
Tables we spin awkward, but needles never skip off it.
Oh, yeah.
Rhythms we express is similar to our ancestors. It'll answer your questions if you understand the message.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Wow.
track's cool. Like he pretty much fits the entire bar within where it starts and where it ends, rather than to let it flow into the next.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah.
Answer your questions if you understand the message. From the days of the slave choppers to the new age of prophets.
Right. He
As heavy as
finishes
hip-hop is,
his
I'm
whole
always
thought
ready.
within that.
Yeah.
Rather than other
Unlike a
rappers.
Biggie.
Yeah, and then like a Bone Thugs, Biggie.
Bone Thugs too.
Yeah,
Oh,
like pretty much a lot of the really good rappers from '96 started doing stuff like that.
Right.
But he keeps it pretty
Okay.
straightforward like that.
Right. Yeah. I wonder if he keeps it, who knows? I wonder if he keeps it pretty straightforward because that's what he likes, or because he, as I said, he was very old school as a rapper. He doesn't know how to add that further
He definitely-
dimension to it.
He's capable.
He's capable.
He just likes the style.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's more like oomph to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When it finishes
Yeah.
where you think it would finish.
Yeah.
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 I think it works for him.
Mhm.